Messi leaving Barcelona, going to Manchester City. I mean, as you all know, I'm a United fan. I don't think I could mentally take Messi playing at the Etihad. Hi everyone and welcome back to another week of TFW. This is the footballing show dominated by your opinions. Now, normally Matt has the trusty laptop, the trusty iPad. I sadly have neither, but I do have the trusty phone. So let's get into it. So first up from Kapagram Ganesh, Man United need to sell De Gea and replace with Dean Henderson. Now, I'm sure at the moment not many people could argue with that one. De Gea has been an amazing servant to Manchester United. You cannot take that away from him. It's over 400 appearances, I think around 142 clean sheets. And he was with the club during a period of restructure after Alex Ferguson left. I know there was a period when he was trying to leave and I think a fax machine got in his way, but he has stuck with the club for quite a number of years, and you have to take your hat off to that. But recently things are not good. I mean, individually he's won a lot of things. He has won the Sir Matt Busby Award with Manchester United. He's been voted by the players, and he also had the Golden Glove back in the 2017-18 season, where he had 22 clean sheets and conceded only 35 goals in all competitions. Absolutely fantastic. We cannot take that away from him. However, the mistakes that he's making now, it's not good. And with people like Dean Henderson and even Sergio Romero is not a bad second goalkeeper. I know Lee Grant is floating around Old Trafford as well somewhere, but I think we can safely say he's not going to be putting on the number one jersey. But Dean Henderson is such a great shout. I guess I could maybe side more with the idea of them selling him, because I doubt De Gea is going to want to play second field to a 23-year-old. But I mean, if you look at their seasons, I mean, Dean Henderson has had 38 appearances, De Gea has had 40. They have both got 14 clean sheets, but Dean Henderson has actually managed to concede 33 times, De Gea has conceded 41. So Dean Henderson's stats this season are actually better. So the argument there, should Dean Henderson be starting next season for United? Maybe. It's sad to see what's happened with De Gea. You have to maybe question, is it the lack of competition over the years for his spot? Is this a decline? Is this a slump? Whatever it is, Solskjaer cannot ignore it. He has to accept that as much as it is nice that he is trying to back him in front of the media and not going for him, he can't keep saying he's the best goalkeeper in the world, because he's not at the moment. And I think the sooner Solskjaer realises that he cannot just turn a blind eye to this with the team that he's building, the better. So yes, I kind of would agree with that they maybe need to sell him, unless there's something they know that we don't, that it's just maybe a difficult time at the moment and he can bounce back, but I don't think United can take those risks. So yeah, next up we have got a question from George Lutfalla. So, do you think a team like Liverpool has the opportunity to win the Premier League next season after the disappointing performance after resuming the Premier League? You know what, Liverpool's start after lockdown and the pandemic and everything, coming back to football, it hasn't been great. Although at the end of the day, they've been a fantastic team, absolutely fantastic team throughout this season. But recently, since they kind of ticked that box of, yeah, we've won, they've sat back on the laurels a little bit too much, and there have been quite a few disappointing results for them. I do still think they're going to be challenging for the Premier League though, because I feel like this team, although there are rumours with Mane, etc., I do think this team are going to stay together. This team is still a strong team, no matter what's going on at the moment. Maybe they're just relaxing a little bit too much because they've already won the league, I don't know, but this is a strong team. Like, don't forget that. Don't forget some of the results that they had, earlier on in the season. So I think the majority of this team is going to stay together. They will have a clear out of some of the players that maybe need to go, Lallana's, maybe Lovren, etc. But the people, the players, the star players that make this team what it is, I know, like I say, there's rumours about Mane, but I'm not too sure if that's going to happen. But I think this team is still going to be strong next season. They've still got Klopp as their manager. I still think 100% they can challenge for this title. I think that with City and other teams, they will maybe be looking to challenge them more and do better in their weak spots. But I don't see Liverpool falling that badly from how well they've done this season. Definitely think they're going to be contending, if not winning it again. Okay, so next up, I like this one. So this is from Moses McCullough. Messi is 99.9% going to leave Barcelona because he said they were a poor, unstable team this season. And he's never said that before. If he's going anywhere, it's Man City to reunite with Pep. Messi leaving Barcelona, going to Manchester City. I mean, as you all know, I'm a United fan, and I don't think I could mentally take Messi playing at the Etihad. I would have to, I don't know what I would have to do. I could never return to Manchester again whilst he was there. That's way too much for me to even think about, actually. That's made me feel quite unwell. Yeah, I can't even think about this. So, Messi leaving Barcelona. Okay, number one, I don't think he's 99.9. I don't even think he's 0.9% going to leave. I mean, this could come back and bite me on the behind, who knows. But, no, I can't see him leaving. Messi's heart and soul is Barcelona. And because they've had a tough season, I don't think he necessarily said that they were like poor and unstable. I think he said that they're weak in the interview. He's saying what everyone's thinking. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of politics at Barcelona. The fans expect a lot. And I think Messi was, like I say, saying what everyone was thinking. He's just come out and kind of admitted, like, you know what, fans, everyone that's listening, yeah, we know that we weren't good enough. We know that we've been weak and we know that we need to do better. I don't think that means that he's necessarily leaving the club. Definitely not. Regarding going to join Pep, I guess that would be the obvious choice because they, you know, work together, have a good relationship. But Messi ain't going nowhere as far as I'm concerned anyway, but who knows. Well, I kind of do know it. I can't see it happening. So next up from Rage Syndicate. If Arsenal strengthen their defence further and quickly adapt to Arteta's tactics, they can challenge for next year's title. This is coming from a Chelsea fan, by the way. Okay. So, Arsenal challenging for the title? No. I do not think that the summer, well, we're in summer now, but the break before the new season, I don't think Arsenal are going to be able to do enough to be challenging with the likes of like Liverpool and City, and even Chelsea to an extent because they're doing so well at the moment. I don't think Arsenal will be at that level. I think if they can keep Lacazette, they can keep Aubameyang, if Pepe can improve, I think they've got great attackers and I can see a lot of goals in that team. They need to sort out their defence. I know Matt spoke about this before on TFW. They need to sort the defence out. Until they sort that defence out, they cannot be doing anything. I would really love to hope that Arteta is given the chance. I hope that the board back him. I hope that he's able to get some new players in. If he manages to get the players in, and he manages to keep some of the good players that they've got now, because I mean, at the back, I mean, they just, the whole defence needs rejigging and needs sorting out. I can't even think of one player that I would 100% be like, oh my god, they desperately need to keep that one player. So yeah, until they sort out the defence, I can't see it happening. If they do make good signings, definitely challenging for the top 4, 5, 6 again. Premier League title, not yet. Maybe one day, who knows. Okay, next up from Vivek R.A. Unpopular opinion, Napoli will challenge for Serie A next season. So Serie A, Napoli and Serie A are currently 6th, I think. They've had 10 losses versus like Juventus and Inter that I think have lost 4, who are actually challenging. I think if you look at their results, I mean, they have beaten they have beaten Juventus, they have beaten Liverpool, and they have held Barcelona and Liverpool to draws. Again, it's this case of who's going to stay and who's going to go. I mean, you've got Koulibaly, you've got Mertens, you've got Lozano. If they manage to keep these good players that they've got, fantastic. I think players coming in, we've got Osimhen, rumoured to be joining them, Luka Jovic, maybe he can actually do what he was supposed to do at Real Madrid there, which was score some goals and do good. I I can maybe see them challenging, like I say. At the end of the day, they're still in the Champions League. I mean, I don't know how much longer they'll be in it for, but you know, they have done well. They've got some good results. I don't necessarily see them challenging. I don't think they're at that level of Juventus and Inter, etc. But I think they will certainly finish next season if they make these signings that are rumoured and they keep their good players. I think they'll definitely be higher than 6th, definitely. Okay, next up from Lucas Cascarino. Transfer: Chelsea should exercise their buyback clause on Nathan Ake, as we need a CB and an LB, and he can cover both, or preferably Alaba if possible. That's a nice wish list, Alaba. I don't think Alaba, I cannot see him leaving Bayern, so I think that's definitely out the window. Ake, he has been consistent for Bournemouth for the last few years. Obviously, he was at Chelsea. I think this clause, I think it's in contention. I think people are a little bit confused as to if they can do it or if they can't. I think it would be great for them. I think Lampard has been struggling with his back four. I mean, he has got Christensen, Rudiger, Zuma, Tomori. I think a left-footed defender would be a massive asset for him. The players that I've just mentioned at the back, Zuma's got a good experience for his age. He's been out on loan a lot, but he's not really found his feet 100% yet. I think other players like Tomori, maybe for the future, he needs a little bit of time. So yeah, I think Ake could bring a lot of consistency. I think if they can get that clause, why not try it? Why not get him back in and see what he can do? Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm all for that. Okay, next up from Top Football 1. Bayern are not the favourites of the Champions League. They never perform in the big games, especially Lewandowski, for the past 7 years. They've been bottling the Champions League against the likes of Real and Barca. Someone is coming for Bayern in this. Top Football 1, you don't seem to be a fan. And they also always seem to lose to the Champions League winners. Very odd. For me, I think they're favourites. I think the season that they have had in the Bundesliga, phenomenal. And you know what, yeah, they haven't had I think some of it, yeah, they've maybe not played the best. I think some of it's been luck in the past. I think it's just that teams have been better than them. But, you know, yeah, they should have maybe done better in the Champions League. But, like you say, they've lost to the winners. The people that they have lost to have ended up going on and winning it. Real Madrid, Liverpool, etc. So they maybe just weren't at that right level during those seasons. They still had some growth that they needed to do. And I think they're there now, 100%. For me, they are definite favourites. I think the way that the competition will go, I think they might end up facing Barcelona. I think that they can beat them. I think that might be in like the semi-final or something, I'm not too sure. But yeah, favourites for me. I think the players that they've got, I think they are just solid throughout that team. I think they've got a great manager. So yeah, for me, like I say, they are favourites. And also with Lewandowski, you know, he has always scored very well in Champions League. I mean, this season he's got 6 appearances, 11 goals in the Champions League. In other seasons, 8 appearances, 8 goals, 11 appearances, 5 goals. Maybe, I don't know if you're saying like the big teams he's not scored against. I think he has. And I think domestically, his performances against big teams, you can't be mad at that. So yeah, I can't really agree with that one. Finally, Marty59, bit mad, but Alan Saint-Maximin would start for any team in the world. Okay, I like the positivity, can't agree with it. 100% he has improved. But I don't think it's enough that he would start for any team. I don't think, obviously the season's ended for these teams, but I don't think Real Madrid would be looking at him and like, now sack everyone else off, get him in. Likewise for other teams like Bayern, etc. I don't think he'd get into any team. I think he would get into a lot of teams. I think he has proven, he's had a few injuries. He has bounced back amazingly. He is one of the best players to have bounced back since the break. I mean, he got like 3 assists in the win over Bournemouth. Absolutely incredible. I think it will be exciting to see what happens with him, especially next season, if he's not as injury prone. If he can get a few more goals, etc., and if he can consistently keep this form that we've seen of late. Very, very, very exciting player, I will say that much. Okay, so that is everything for this week's TFW. Thank you to everybody who sent in your opinions, your hot topics, transfers, etc. Thank you to all of you. So every Sunday night in the community tab on our YouTube channel, we post a TFW GIF where you guys can then comment below anything that you maybe want to be discussed. But yeah, that's everything for this week. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and check out everything else that we have got going on here at Onefootball. But yeah, until next time, I will see you all later.